Welcome. My name is Dina Merhbi, and welcome to the 5-day food freedom course. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with you inside this course is actually something I wish I knew. If you're new to my world, my name is Dina Merhbi. I am a dietitian, NLP practitioner, which is a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, kind of like a mindset coach, and as well a yoga and mindfulness teacher. And in my late teens, early 20s, I was struggling with binge eating, emotional eating, compulsive eating, a little bit of everything at the same time. And I didn't know how to get out of it. I really thought I had to try harder and cut my favorite foods and like train every single day. However, this made everything so much worse. I actually went up close to 200 pounds at my short height, which is 5'3". And I really came to one point that despite my education as being one of the top honor students in dietetics, something was missing. And that's why I kind of dove a little bit deeper in terms of the psychology, because as I started my private practice, I saw that I was not alone. I saw so many people going through what I was going through, and there wasn't the right support out there. So I'm going to be sharing with you inside this 5-day course. It's actually the foundational things. I call them the pillars, the 5 aspects that are very important for everybody to go through, to understand, to grow through in a certain way, to help you really create a life to stop binging and start living. Let it be binge eating, emotional eating, stress eating, compulsive eating, anything of that shape in terms of food. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you right here. So if you are ready to create a life free from stress around food, to be able to keep, a box of cookies at home and not feel like you need to finish them all or throw them in the garbage. If you feel like you won't be able to go to an event and have all this array of food around you and actually feel good and comfortable and say no to something because you are full, this is for you. However, this is not for you if you're looking for a quick fix, if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking for an overnight solution to help you. Listen, if there was an overnight solution, God, like we'd have like one plan and everybody would be on it. However, what's amazing about the transformation that I'm going to be sharing with you inside this course is that it does take certain knowledge, it does take practice, it does take commitment, but as well, it takes this part what I'm going to be talking today about in terms of day one to help you stay on track. We are very often tempted by, I can say, the shiny object syndrome. You see a new plan, a new way of eating, a new diet, and it's like, oh, this seems like fun, and we jump into it. However, all these are actually distracting you when you're actually on the right path for you and help you keep moving forward in the right path. So when you're going to be going through this course, and when it's going to be resonating with you, because every person that I know that has gone through this course, they're like, oh my God, you are talking to me. And the reason why I know how to talk to you is because I've been through where you have been through right now. And if there's anything in here resonating with you, the most important thing in the beginning is to kind of really shut down everything else and really follow through with the homework shared right here in the course. If you start jumping around, bouncing around in terms of everything, you're never going to actually be creating the change. And it took me years to understand. I had to stop the dieting, I had to stop changing plans, and I had to focus on one thing at a time. And I was building up that momentum that as I kept going through the changes and the learning and the knowledge and the expertise and me implementing things in myself and then implementing it with my clients, everything changed. And trust me, if it changed for me and it changed for 1,000 people, it can change for you. Now, through this 5-day course, you'll have access to it. Make sure you go through every single video and you make sure that you're as well doing the homework in every single video. The reason for that is that it's piling one after the other. So going through day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and then also there's going to be a Q&A at the end for a lot of questions that might have come up during this course when it was hosted live. And I really want to make sure that something is interesting. I'm going to be answering it for you as well. Now, let's get started. Let's grab a glass of water if you have. And I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information, because if you joined any of my other challenges courses, there is so much. But I want to give you the foundational work that if I'm able to minimize the things that we need to know, this is what we're going through it. Okay? Small and steady always wins the race. And this is something for day 1 today. I do this in my courses. I do this in my coaching program. I do this in my private coaching, in my VIP private coaching. Day number 1 has to do with mindset, not nutrition, not emotional, self-sabotaging thought rewiring. I'm going to be talking a lot about that. But today it's in terms of getting that mindset to help you stay the track and stay focused exactly where you want to go. Mindset is the one thing that I've noticed that actually makes it or breaks it when we're going through a program or a course or even through private coaching. Our intention when we get into a course, into a challenge, into a coaching, the intention we have and the image we have is actually the thing that's going to help us get through those tough days, get through those days that we're maybe doubting ourselves, and getting through those little hurdles, because there's going to be challenges when we're creating a shift in our eating and our mindset and our habits. But when there's a challenge, there's a change. And this is the thing. When there is no challenge in the way that we're doing things, there's going to be no change. We're going to be staying always in our comfort zone. So in this part, I'm going to be two parts for you. Right below, I am linking for you a meditation. Because to know what we need to do, we need to know where we are going. One of the most important things that has helped me and my clients create a change in our life and actually stick the course, no matter what is happening in our, like kind of putting our blinders on and not paying focus to what's happening around us, is having a vision in mind. What is your goal? What is your vision? What is your endpoint? Why did you join this course? Why did you join a program? Why any goal that you want? What is the vision that you have? And when you look in terms of that vision, very often it might be very superficial in a certain way. I'll be honest. I want to stop binge eating because I want to lose weight. I want to stop binging to fit into my jeans. I want to stop binge eating so I'm done being bloated. And it is okay. We all have these kind of, I call them superficial on the outside kind of things that we want to kind of create a change in our life, where we want to kind of stop the binge eating, emotional eating, and stressing, because it is very draining and it does affect our weight. It does affect our energy. It does affect our mood. It affects so many things in our life. But the meditation that I'm linking for you right below is actually a deeper meditation. It's a visualization meditation. I want you to be able to go through this meditation. There's actually two I'm going to link right below. One, they're like 5-9 minutes. It's like short and sweet. Okay. I like things very short and simple. It makes everything so much easier. And the aim behind these meditations is that it helps you get out of your mind, your analytical mind, your focused mind, your driven mind, and really help you kind of like ground yourself in to what your heart truly desires. The difference between somebody that accomplishes a goal and somebody that doesn't is because they're heart-centered. When somebody's focusing on the vision that is heart-centered, it actually gets the emotional connection. And when there's a vision that actually makes us feel warm and emotional and connected, and you feel like there's kind of this burst of energy coming in from the inside, this is the vision, this is the goal, this is the image that we want to keep in mind every single day when we're going through the goal, no matter what the goal is. Now, here we're talking about food freedom course, but very often, why do we want to stop binge eating? There's, for our relationships, our business, our health, our kids, our energy, there's so many reasons behind it. There's a bigger image, right? We're not just wanting food freedom just for the heck of it. There's something else there deeper. And we want to go something deeper. We cannot think with our mind. We have to think with our heart. And when we are heart-centered towards our goal, this is the spark that a lot of people need to help. And this is the spark that helps people accomplish the goal and stay on track. Because when you're able to visualize and feel the goal that you want to seek, you feel it as if it's already happened, as if you've already reached it. You end up craving it, and you actually have more chance of doing the work than if you just focus on, I want to, lose weight. I want to do all that. We're just too much in our mind. Our mind actually here defeats the purpose. We want to ground ourselves in and have it as a heart-centered vision. And the thing with this meditation that you're going to be having right below, and you can listen to this every single day. It's really something that I had people going through this challenge, this course before, and they did it every single day. And it changes your internal chemistry. It changes your hopes and your dreams of actually reaching the goal that you've been seeking. And one big thing when you're going to be doing these meditations, you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, but I really want you to as well take the time right after them to journal, to write. Write what you saw, write what you felt. Write what was the image. Write it out so that if you don't have the time to do the meditation every single day, you can read your journal every single day. You need to have an image. You need to have a vision. You need to have a goal. Not just writing the goal down, but feeling it, having a heart-centered, like really driven goal, and then journaling it so you can actually remember what you saw, what you felt, what you heard, everything. And that's going to be a big catalyst for you. And trust me, sometimes we just want to get into the action and do the work, but it's very hard to do the work when we're exhausted, burned out, and we have no idea why we're doing it. As well, it's very hard to do the work when it's kind of a superficial looking thing. Again, it's okay if you want to lose weight. It's okay if you want to feel better in your clothing. There's nothing wrong with that. But really getting that change, that soul, that heart inside that goal changes everything. For me, when I was on the close of I hit 197 pounds and I was like, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. I did not want to see the 200-pound mark. I'm like, I thought I was gonna heart attack is the end of the world. What's going to happen on the other side? And I let go of wanting to lose the weight. I let go of wanting to fit on those jeans I were in my wardrobe. I let go of trying to fit whatever society was telling me. I had a bigger vision. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to wake up in the morning and go put my clothes on, and no matter what size it is, it fits and I feel good. I want to be able to go out with my friends. I want to go to events. I want to go traveling. I want to go to the beach. I went beyond just what a number is and what a size is. I went for the experiences. I went to who was around me. How did I feel? What was I doing? What was I wearing? I went deeper than just, I want to be a certain number on the scale, or I want to fit into those jeans that by the time that I did shed the weight because I stopped binge eating, they weren't even in style anymore. So I was like breaking my head for something that I didn't like in the end. I went different. I really brought myself down in terms of understanding what is it truly that I want in my heart? How do I want to feel? And that drove me to put the scale aside. Those jeans, I kind of put them out. Whatever did not fit, I just put everything away. And I focused on doing what made me feel good and not what I thought was going to give me results, because those two are very, very different things. Diets promise results, but then we're still struggling with something. And maybe binge eating makes us feel good, but then doesn't feel good after. But creating a feel-good type of action plan, and that's what we're going to be talking about inside this course, is really the winning strategy. So when you have that vision, doing that meditation, really take the time. It's a guided meditation. I walk you through a very simple process. And if it doesn't connect with you, then journal it out. What would be an amazing day for you? How you would look at yourself in the mirror and what would you see? What would you be doing? What would your day is? And an example could be, what would your ideal day be? Let's say there's no more binge eating in your life. How would that impact your day? What would you do? Who would you be around? What would you eat? Where would you travel? I want you to bring that image in, because this is really why you're here. There's a bigger reason behind just food freedom. There's a bigger goal. There's a bigger you that actually wants to come out through all this. Heart-centered. So you have the meditation that I'm going to link right below. You also have the journaling right after. And if you find like meditation is not really for you, then okay, write what your ideal day is going to be. And if that blocks, trust me, go back to the meditation. Even if you do it with your eyes open, listen through it. It's going to guide you a little bit more in terms of that homework. So when you look at day one today, it's really your mindset. What is a mind that's bringing you here in terms of following this? And I'm going to give you a second part to today. One of the most important things that I've seen in a lot of courses that I've created and a lot of challenges, the people that message me that already got results from just this free course, that already felt better, that actually didn't binge eat the whole week, when they've been binge eating every single day. The one big common denominator, if I can say that, is that they committed to this course. They committed to showing up, listening, doing the homework. Some people actually listen to these 2 to 3 times a day. I had a client that actually would listen to it when she's taking her bath. Because when you are committing to follow through on something and forget that it's free. You are here. Your time is not free. Use it wisely. Committing to this is the biggest transformation. Touch and go, trying, not trying. Oh no, today I'm tired. Today I'm busy. Oh, is maybe day one like revved me up so much. It's okay. Listen to day two, listen to day three, and you have access to this. Listen to this every single day. Because before you start anything, you need to commit that you're ready for the change. You need to commit to be ready to see the transformation. You need to commit for yourself because this is just for you. But to be able to commit, we need to create some heart-centered, as we talked about, doing the meditation, thinking bigger than just the number and just the size, the clothing or number on the scale. How is that going to make you feel when you reach the goal that you've been seeking? This is day one. This is the mindset, and this is the homework. What are we going to be talking about the next trainings? We're going to be talking about things that we need to put them all together. We are going to be talking about nutrition. Yeah, not dieting, nutrition. A concept I'm going to be talking about, which is first world malnourishment. We do want to talk about the emotional factor behind it because we are emotional beings. We need to talk about our mindset, our brain that is programmed, that we programmed ourselves, that we are binge eaters. We programmed it, but say, how can we unprogram that and change it? And we're also going to be talking about the maintenance. We can do a lot of amazing changes, but it's also thinking, what can I do in the long term to stick with it? Because it doesn't take 5 days. It's all done. It doesn't take 21 days. It does take a certain time commitment, but it's actually so much faster, so much easier, so much funner when you do it in a way that actually aligns to making you feel good every single step of the way. So I cannot wait to have you dive in to the next trainings, and ideally is to follow them one by one in the order, because that's exactly the way that I guide my own private coaching clients. There's an order that I follow through with them, and trust me, it's been working for 20 years, creating amazing changes and successes, and I want you to have the same amazing success and change, just like them and just like I did. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed day one. Again, if there's any questions, just comment right below, and do check the meditations. I will be linking them right below. If any questions, I'm going to answer them all in the last Q&A. On that note, Dina Merhbi here. I wish you a beautiful and a balanced day, and I'll catch you in the next training.